thinking about it, I can start pushing forward now. And I can tell you can tell whenever I'm not thinking about recording because as I watch the transcription, it always comes in like mid-sentence. It makes no sense when it's first starting. I'm like, we should probably work on that a little bit, but I know, we'll get better at this, including doing the 15 minutes live like you recommended, Paul. I still think that's a great idea. I just got to organize myself a little bit better, and then we can start doing that. So I was hoping to have that done this week, and it didn't work. So I'm working on getting it by next week.
Tomorrow's the first day of the rest of your life, so
There you go.
no worries.
Hey, while you're sitting there, since you're not doing anything,
Yeah.
do you mind
You're not doing
you
anything
mind going
constructive,
into
Mark.
posting the first intro video to Passion Profits in the comments and on the Facebook group?
Oh, yeah.
So if somebody does want to start going through it, they got the intro video. So she does an intro video every day, and then there's usually two parts to it. So there's 3 videos per day. They're not that long, but she just kind of broke up that way.
I try not to make any video longer than 20 minutes, and the intros are only like 4 minutes. So I tried to, and that was even kind of long. I felt like. Well,
All right, and where are these posted? Is this on
Alchemy
the website?
On the YouTube channel,
On the YouTube?
YouTube
Okay.
channel,
she'll put the link in there to the first one.
Alchemy Workshop
By
AI.
the way, by the way, I wanted to compliment you on those intros. I had never watched the intros before, and they're all really good.
Oh,
You look like you've done this before.
you're really sweet, baby. I did not feel good about
No,
this.
I'm not being sweet. I'm just
You're
being
not being
genuine.
sweet. I do know better than that. Yes. Okay. So the YouTube channel, okay, Passion of Profits is a course that we made. Here we go. I'm going to attempt to explain this. Passion of Profits is a course we made, which basically takes your idea that you have and turns it into a viable income and walks you through the steps of that like a blueprint. Um, so there is a mindset component of it, which is day 1, 2, and then there is a software component to it, which how would you actually use software to organize this and put it out there, as well as a viable product for people. And that's mainly day 3, 4. And then 5 is just a little bit of a overall view on all of that. It is on our YouTube channel, which is Alchemy Workshop AI. If that doesn't come up for anyone, let me know. Actually, I think it's at Alchemy Workshop AI. And this is good for testing it out too, because sometimes I test it and then a week will go by and I forget. And then I'm going to put the link of the first video, which is an intro video on day 1. And it's, I think, like 4 minutes long or something. If you do go in there and look at it, go ahead and hit the like button, please. I think you've all already subscribed, but if you don't mind hitting the like button, that would be awesome. And yeah. So thank you for the reminder, Joey. We all kind of need that. I love how he said you have to immerse yourself in it. You know, this morning I was thinking, okay, there's certain things that I want to build, but I don't want to just build stuff for me. I want to do something that's useful to everybody else. So, what would be useful to y'all? Do y'all want to build do you want to build a funnel, an AEO funnels? Because we all need funnels. It's also a service that you could offer to somebody else if you wanted to. And we can look at AEO and you can start getting used to working with the AEO funnels, which is where everyone should be building. Even if it's a website or a one-page funnel, we should all be building in those.
So um, Alex said the other day on the Sunday meeting, he literally said that if you're building websites or funnels or anything, you should be building it in the AEO funnels rather
Yeah.
than the quick funnel or the quick website builder.
Right.
I didn't know you could build a website in the funnel maker, but evidently you can. He says he's planning on AEOing out everything else,
Mm-hmm.
but for now, that's the best place to do it all because it's already set up.
Right. And actually, on the AEO call yesterday, they had a screenshot of it being in perplexity and seeing an ad in there. So you're starting to see ads on LLM models like ChatGPT. And right now, that's probably going more based on history, like a really old business is probably the one that's popping up there. But very soon, it's going to be who has their stuff on the back end AEO'd out. That's what's going to start becoming in the back end. And so, can y'all see my screen right now? Actually, I can't see y'all. So if somebody could just say yes or no.
Yes.
But
Okay.
Suzanne, before you get started, for especially as we're recording, if we could once again just give a definition of AEO. I mean, I understand what it is, but I'm thinking there are people that have never been exposed to it. And so
really
that
smart.
may be a good introduction to what we're about to cover.
Yeah, that's really smart, actually. Okay, I like that recommendation.
Thanks.
Okay, so AEO, a lot of people are familiar with SEO, which is search engine optimization. And an example of that would be like when you go into Google and Google pops up on your screen and you say, I want to know the best I need a pizza place in, New Jersey or whatever, or Austin, Texas. And you put that in your search bar and then something pops up. Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening on the back end that we don't know. A lot of the stuff that Google's done, actually. So we don't know everything about what makes that happen, but it popping up there on the screen is called search engine optimization. It means it is optimized for a search engine to go pull the information. Depending on the relevancy, it'll bring it together, what you asked for and what's being offered out there. And if it can bring it together and solve your problem right there, that's its goal. That's what it wants to do. And that's called relevancy. So you want your business to have a lot of relevancy and to be found very quickly and very easy by whatever model is out there searching. So it used to be Google and search engines, and now that is changing more towards LLM models, which is an example of an LLM model is ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Copilot, all of these large language models, which is what LLM means. Whenever you have your, say, for example, product service optimized for an LLM model, for something like ChatGPT, for example, we call that AEO, which stands for several things, actually. It's AI engine optimization, or it can be ask engine optimization, or answer engine optimization. And then a lot of people are just throwing out a whole bunch of random things too, like they're calling it AI SEO. So you may hear that out there. This is kind of a new area we're playing in, just like SEO was new at several years ago, and the exact same thing's going to happen all over again. So you can kind of see the idea of if you can come in right now, timing's really important. If you can come in and have all of your stuff AEO'd out, so ready to go for the LLM models, Ask Engine Optimization or AI Engine Optimization, you can have your stuff ready to go. You're on the front end of this happening. So as you start rolling through, other people are catching up, but you've already done your stuff. An example of that.
I think more importantly, real quick, it's not getting left behind, because the importance of this going forward is everybody will eventually go to this. And the longer it takes you and your business, or the businesses that you're doing work for, if you're a marketing agency, the longer it takes you to get them on AEO, the further behind they're going to be compared to those that aren't.
Right.
So there's a little FOMO there, a little fear of missing out. And that's one reason that we dove nose first into it. We realize the importance of it. We have a very good friend who made a lot of money in SEO and built a lot of businesses using it, and got really good at it. And it was still a mysterious art. It seems like this AEO, even though it's a mysterious art as well, is being gone through a little more detailed. And I just want to put that in there. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
No, that's great. That's great. Does anybody else want to say anything real quick? Joey,
Early adopters are rewarded.
yes, early adopters are absolutely going to get benefited. If you don't believe that, you can go back and see how SEO worked. The people who came in early on SEO, those are the ones who benefit. If you come in later, you will not do the same. You will not have the same output result from it. And that's not judgment. It's just, it's different. That's exactly how it works. Joey makes.
Well, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think early adopters get rewarded not necessarily because they're adopting the right thing either. It's because they have a mindset of being willing to try new things.
Yes.
So you will get rewarded over time by trying new things.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good overarching message. I like that. Yeah. So another something Joey said, and this is a really good point, is AEO is still a little bit of a black box. And that's exactly how Google kept SEO. So there was certain things you did understand and that we could figure out, but ultimately people were just poking this black box trying to figure out everything that worked on it. And sometimes we throw so much at it and then we see something happen and we're like, oh, it worked, but we don't really know exactly what worked because we threw so many things at it. AEO is following the same line. So there's like, I go in there and I do keywords and I do voice search words and I do core words and I have like a certain thing in my thumbnail and all of a sudden the video gets picked up and I'm like, okay, but I don't know what made it get picked up. I don't know exactly what made it get picked up, but I threw everything at that video and something happened. So if you can keep that in mind also, that's sort of how this is working.
Yeah, I think that's a good disclaimer to make, but it's also something of being able to say, this is what I did. This is the result. What caused the result, I don't know, but it's a combination of things that I did.
Right. Exactly. And yes. So if and you can absolutely help people do that. I mean, people are already getting picked up on ChatGPT, and I've been AEOing out some stuff. I haven't actually tested it in about a week, so I should probably go in there and test it again. But the point of all this is you want to be on that front end. So when you're building something, you don't have to change a whole lot of things you're doing. The only thing you're doing now is you're taking into account the large language models like ChatGPT. And I'm going to give you an example how this works. So when you're on ChatGPT, you ask it a question. You're using a very natural language and you're just talking to it conversationally. So now on your websites and your funnels, you need to have that kind of verbiage in there. It's not about it's not about just stuffing keywords. It's also about how do people talk naturally to ChatGPT, for example. One way that you can do that on your website is to have a frequently asked questions section. And it's perfect for grabbing and speaking exactly like how people would in a ChatGPT question. Like somebody may go into ChatGPT and say, best fettuccine Alfredo in Austin, Texas. Well, you can have in your frequently asked questions, have you ever looked for the best fettuccine Alfredo in Austin, Texas? And then it doesn't look like you're stuffing that page trying to fit it, because it doesn't want you to lie either. It doesn't want you to play the game. It has to be natural. But that's an example of how you can make your web page or your funnel have more natural language on it while still pulling in core keywords or long tail keywords, which is what's getting picked up by all these large language models and still the search engines as they crawl your page. And when they crawl it, they're crawling the back end stuff that you can't see either. So not only do you want stuff on the front that your user is seeing, and we call that user facing. So what your user is seeing, you also want that to match almost like a mirror on the back end of all that code that no one's seeing in the back, or that only certain people see. Like Paul can probably go in there and figure out people's code, but not everyone's back there looking for it. So, but you want those to match almost like a mirror that you can't see. Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, anybody got any questions? Nope. Yes. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is very simply do something that I did with a client the other day. So she was really struggling about actually getting moving. And I know that she likes to do fun things. And I knew that she would find building a funnel probably more fun than most other things that she was going to have to do. So we went in there and we built her a funnel. This is our back end of Deal.ai. We also have a white label version of this. And so I'll pop this up just real quick and yeah, there we go. And so if you are on our white label version, it's going to take it just a second to load. Can everyone hear me okay, or am I jumping around? Because
No, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
When you're going to your white label, whatever you call your white label, if you could also let us know which app that is in the other one.
Okay, so this is
that just
so this is Alchemy Workshop.
It just makes it easier to follow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We try to keep it uniform all the way through. So this is Alchemy Workshop AI, and you would just sign up for it, and then it would, and then
Alchemy Workshop.ai, right?
Alchemy Work. What did I call it? What did I say?
Alchemy Workshop.ai.
Did I say that? Yeah. Oh, well, I was calling the name.
Alchemy Workshop AI.
Yeah, I was looking at the name up here. Yeah. Alchemy Workshop.ai. Well, they have to go to get.oh. No, you're right. You're right. You can go at Alchemy Workshop.ai and go see everything that we offer on here. You can go do that. You can actually register also for the software here. So if you are on Alchemy Workshop AI and you have our software, it's going to be down here is AEO funnels right here. And so we're going to go on. Some people have Deal.ai, so we're going to show you on both because they're both excellent products. And AEO funnels, a little trick is you go into the search bar, you go AEO, and it pops it right up, and there's their little funnel right there. And we're going to click on that. I know that they have.
Show us the icon on Alchemy too, please.
Oh, I did. I thought, yeah. So you go up to the search bar on Alchemy AEO. There's the funnel right there. And for some reason, it was not wanting to load over here. There we go. There it is. Okay. So no matter what you're building, and they're going to advance and make different upgrades, but they are building AEO funnels foundationally different. So this is where, for right now, this is where you want to build everything, whether it's a website, funnel. Don't pay attention to the word funnel. Don't let that stop you. If it's a website, a landing page, a funnel, this is where you want to go. So what we're going to do is create funnel manually. Let me let my cat out real quick. Okay. And we're going to call it, let's see. So I actually wanted to redo Joey's customology over here. So we're going to do customology wraps. He has a wrap business and signs. And so we're going to do customology. Obviously, you would put whatever you want in here. These are your templates that you get to use. Now, I am going to say something. If you want a lot of information on here, or if you want more information, I find that these two are the best right here. These are just my favorite. And I've seen a lot of people have success with those. It doesn't mean these other ones won't work. It's just I've seen a lot of people be very successful with these. Now, if you have one product that you're pushing, like a landing page or a funnel, I would 100% go with this one right here. This converts big time. And you can tell by Deal.ai, all of their ads, this is what they use. And it's not just them. A lot of their clients use this too. So it's a very high converting funnel right here. That's just if you have one product though. If you want to give them information on there, and you can manipulate this one if you want, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's a good one product page. If you want to educate people just a little bit more, I would come over here with some of these, and these are my two favorite. So, Joey, are you okay with me just picking one of these? You're on mute. You got a thumbs up? Okay. All right. So I'm going to preview this one first because I think this is the one I want. Yeah. So I like this one. It's super simple and you can put information in here. Let's see if they have additional services. You can put your FAQs right here. Contacts, additional details, terms and privacy policy. Yeah, this isn't bad. I think this is cool. So we'll pick this one. Oh, this is another one. Let's go out of this. Oh, I completely went out. Okay, so customology, wraps, and signs. And select template. And I'm going to try to move through this kind of quickly because I know we don't have too much time, but if anybody's like, slow down or why'd you do that? Okay, while this is loading, I'm going to actually hop over to another software that I have called pledge.ai. If anyone's interested in this, we also have this as a service. This is going to be really useful for a lot of businesses. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to the keyword generator. And I may have done customology in here already. No, I haven't yet. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I don't have to have a URL in here. Nope. Okay. So we're going to come in here and we're going to put in customology, wraps and signs. We're going to put our business name in here and we're going to get some keywords because we want to be able to use these and keep them in mind. Location, Pensacola, Florida, core services, vehicle wraps. Joey, you want to pop in here if there's anything? Core services and products, vehicle wraps.
Interior signs, exterior signs, lighted signs.
Exterior.
Monument signs. Interior wraps. Building wraps. Commercial vehicle wraps. Boat wraps. Trailer wraps. Box van wraps. Did you get all those?
Boat wraps, building wraps, boat wraps, commercial wraps, trailer wraps.
Trailer.
And then what was the last thing you said?
I forget.
That was it? Okay. Target audience.
Small business owners, local small business owners.
That's it. Thank you. Local small business. Okay. You've had some bigger clients though that are like GE.
National sign companies that work for local businesses.
There you go.
Because I do wholesale installations. So
okay. All right. Unique selling point. What sets your business apart? Local, fast. What is
sexy,
professional? Here's your hot installer. He shows up like a fireman. No. Okay, local relevant landmarks involvement. Oh, you've been here a long time. How long you been doing this? You've been here a while.
I've been doing customology since 2015.
2015. So 10 years. This is your 10th year.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool. We got to have like, oh, we should be doing that more on your marketing. Like, ooh, 10 years in Pensacola or something like that and do some specials. 10 years in business in Pensacola.
Actually, no, customology's only been 5 years.
Oh.
Before that, I was under a different name. So yeah, just put 5 years because that name didn't exist before 5 years.
Okay. That'll work. All right. Industry trends or competitor focus?
Been here even longer than that.
You've been doing this a long time, buddy. All right. Industry trends or competitor focus?
Everything.
Do you want to put anything in there, or do you want to
say that again?
Industry trends or competitor focus? Any trends or competitors to consider? I think you should say something like, oh, well, I don't know. What do you want to put?
Well, I do work for other retail sign shops as a wholesale installer and national sign companies. I don't know if that's relevant.
Okay. We also. With national sign companies as
And other local sign companies.
and other local sign companies. Why am I not using the thing? Sign companies. Sign companies.
What I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Sign companies as a wholesale installer.
Yeah.
Okay. As a wholesale. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's going to generate results. And the reason this is important is because part of what it's going to generate is voice searched keywords. So that's that natural language that we were talking about, which is important to AEO. And look how fast it did that. It already popped it out. I was about to go to another page. So we got core keywords, long tail keywords, local keywords, competitor differentiation keywords, voice search keywords, broad and niche mixed keywords, and keyword variations. So this is useful for whatever you're doing. So if you want to, whenever you're doing Instagram posts, whenever you're doing a YouTube channel, all of this, you will come back to these. So this is a good thing just to keep on hand that you'll bounce back and forth between as you're building other parts, which is why I wanted to do it first. Okay, I thought it didn't upload that funnel. I thought we had the funnel uploaded. Let me go back here. It didn't do it. Let me try this one more time. Okay, next. All right, I'm gonna select template. Okay, it should be doing it now. And we move our heads so we can see that. There we go. Oh, it did too. Whoops. Okay, well, we're just gonna go back and we'll fix that later. Okay, so all I did was click on it. Sorry, I'm kind of blowing through here. I just clicked on it. Now I'm going to go to this button down here. I'm going to edit page, and it's going to pop up the page on the back end. And as you can see, if I'm messing with any of these boxes, it highlights them, moves around. So right here, if I highlight this box and it's purple all the way around it, that's the box I'm messing with. Sometimes this settings will open up automatically. If not, you just click this little settings button right here, and then this will all open up on the side. This over here gives you several different options. It's not super detailed, but it's enough to get going and moving. And ladies and gentlemen, that's really all you have to do. You can always come in here and detail it out a little bit better, but what you really want is just something up and moving. And so right here, this would be like his, what do we call this? This is like your hook right up here. This would be like his hook. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back. We're going to go to, let's see, hook, magic hooks. We're going to come over here, and I think I've already got customology in here, which is why I wanted to do that. And we're going to have it do a magic hook for us. Customology wraps and signs. There we go. Let's see. Trust to specialize in the logo. Window graphics, vehicle wraps, parts, trucks, trailers. Do you want me to take logo design out of there? Because you don't really like doing that, even though you're good at it.
No, don't take it out.
Okay. All right. So here we go. We got.
I got help now. I could use Deal.ai to get the process started.
Yeah.
That's usually the hardest part about logo design is getting that first creative endeavor done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once you got some ideas, it's usually pretty quick and easy.
Yeah, you're good at that. I like to watch you do that. Okay, so people seem to like the word easy. That seems to be a good one. I'm not sure if we really want to, well, what do you want to do, babe? You got easy, effortlessly, every time, first, free, instant, instantly. Those are good. Lucky, money, never, quick, secret, you. Quick is good. You're quick.
I don't know, but I'll let you decide.
Okay, let's
I
see what
can't
it
see it
does.
all, so
Okay, so
it's not all computing.
we're gonna do you, and we're gonna do quick, I think. Yeah. And then we're going to do create hooks. I probably should have walked through that a little bit more. Real quick, if you've never used Magic Hooks, Magic Hooks is a really great tool for having a headline that grabs people. It's literally like a hook, like when you go fishing and you hook something and pull it in. That's what you're trying to do with your words on your website. And you can also use this for anything, but since we're talking about Joey's funnel, we're going to use this for a funnel. So you would just create a project, and whenever you do the drop down, you can create, down here at the bottom, you just add project, put your project name in there, click enter, and then it'll pop it up. As you can see, we have several projects in here. Then you can use a text to put in your business description. You can upload an image, or you can give it a website. So we have a website created, but we don't want it to go pull from that one. We wanted it to create something completely new. So we decided to go with text. And so we put in the text information about customology. Excuse me. The cool thing is it will save this and it will put it up every time you bring up the project of customology. It will always pull this information up. This button down here is called valence. Do you want to be positive or do you want to be negative? Negative is not, this is a valence. So this isn't negative like, oh, this is so bad and making people feel like crap or guilty or something. It's simply like, hey, stop wasting your money. Sign up for our software, which is affordable. So the negative valence would be stop wasting your money. So you're not like really doing anything. You're not being mean to people. You're just telling them, hey, don't do this negative thing. Here's the solution right here. You can obviously pick whatever inspirational or addressing the pain points. Very good, Sully. Yeah. Yeah. And I just saw you put something up there earlier. Being natural is the human component. The tech uses whatever you feed it, just like our body uses whatever you feed it, or mind uses whatever you feed it. Yeah, that is definitely a theme we're working with today. All right, let me move this over here. Okay. Let me know if you can't see my screen or anything. Here's the tone: inspirational, factual, fun, urgent, fear-based. This is probably more what would be considered negative if you want right there. I keep these short. You can move this wherever you want. Here's persuasiveness and creativity. I leave these alone because they have messed with these before. And if you go too far on high, it doesn't make sense. AI starts not making as much sense. And so I leave these where they have them on default setting. If you have a particular price or you're into emojis, you can just turn these on. Do you have an example of some good hooks you've thought of? You can turn that on. I just like to let it run. And then these are words that you can have the hook use. Then you do your language, obviously, and then you do create more hooks. And so here it has created hooks. This is clickability, likability, and availability. Okay, let me see if I can remember these. So clickability is obviously what has a really high click-through rate, and it's going to give you the percentage of that. I believe, and I wrote these down, y'all, and I don't have them in front of me, so I can't remember. Likability is, I think, how they relate to you. Is this relatable? Can people go, oh, yeah, I get that. I feel that same way. I think that's likability. And then availability is actually, will they actually do something based on what they're reading? I think that's how these work. Now, I'll have to go back and reread my stuff, but does that make sense to everyone? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. So don't be overlooked. Make your brand unforgettable with us. Don't go unnoticed. Elevate your brand swiftly and surely. Stop fading into the background. Get noticed instantly. Stop blending in. Make a lasting impression quickly. So Joey, the one that they recommend that has the highest are the two at the top, I think. And that is don't be overlooked. Make your brand unforgettable with us. Or don't go unnoticed. Elevate your brand swiftly and surely. One? Okay. So we can always change this later, but for right now, we're going to take this one. We're going to copy it, and we're going to bring it into wherever I was, right here. And we're going to paste it right there. Okay. So don't be overlooked, question mark. All right.
Now each one of these hooks that you're creating are unique each and every time you go request it, right?
You can, but it will
It
save.
holds them in there.
It'll save them.
The, yeah,
No,
the
no,
old ones are in there
no,
too.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if someone else did prompts similar, they're going to get different results, correct?
Yes. Now you will.
Okay, that's all.
You
Okay,
will.
so it's more it's unique enough that it's worth using. Okay, that was really my question.
And it's unique to you because like you
Right.
may come in, yeah. So like I hate the word effortlessly and easy. I think that's like super like people are like, oh, it's easy. And it's like, no, it's not. It may not be complicated, but it's not easy. So I never use those words. But other people love those words. And so that pops up a whole lot on it. So you could have the exact same information. And if that's all you changed in it, you'd still come out with something
That's because
simple, not
people love
easy.
being lied to.
Yeah, they do.
People love being lied to. They like being told it's going to be easy and effortless and not take any work at all, and you're going to get rich in 30 minutes
Yeah.
by
30.
weaking the right way or something.
That's not the audience we're looking for.
Yeah, right.
No, that's just the main audience.
Right.
All right, get noticed instantly. And I'm just going to put for right now with customology, wraps and signs. Okay, so schedule a consultation. Do you want this to be a schedule a consultation? Do you want this to be a sign up? What do you want your call to action to be?
Call us now.
Okay. So the next thing that I usually do is I change all the call to actions on here. Obviously, I'm not going to do that on every single one of these right now. And always save, guys. And I guess I should have walked through that a little bit better. Let me back up one more time. Let's do another one. Let's go find another call to action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over this button. It highlights the button. It automatically opens this up. If it does not, hover over the button again and hit the word settings, and it will open up this on the side. Then this button, this says over here on your third block down, it says button text. This is where you manipulate what is inside the button. So call us now. I think that's what we're doing. And I'm actually going to highlight that and copy it. Okay. Every time you make a change, y'all go ahead and save it. Because it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all remember working on like old school computers and like something would happen and the computer would go down and you lost all the stuff that you had just worked on for 2 hours. That can still happen and it kind of sucks. So I'm just going through here and showing the exact same step to sort of help people to see the process. We're going to do one more and then I'm going to move to something different. So all I'm doing is changing all my call to action buttons so they all match. Somebody does not have to think, oh, wait, what does this one do? What does this one do? Another good call to action is learn more. If you don't know what to put and you don't want to talk to them yet, just do learn more. That's a really good call to action button that a lot of people use. Okay, your business description here. This is actually where I'm going to hop back over to my AEO tool. And now that I have these keywords, I'm going to hop over and I am going to do a optimized website, optimized homepage. That's what I'm going to do. So right here, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to put in this information. So it wants the company name. I'm going to put customology, wraps, and signs. Industry, what would you say? Vehicle wraps,
Marketing.
Vehicle wraps, signs and marketing. Do you really?
It's marketing.
Yeah, I think we should just wraps and signs. Vehicle and
Okay.
vehicle wraps and stuff. It does better whenever you keep it really niche down. Marketing kind of starts jumping out into a whole nother thing, but I understand where you're going with that, Joey. I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Core services and projects and products. I mean, here I'm going to say these. Okay, hang on. Okay, Joey, I'm going to turn on the microphone if you want to just list your services and products.
Oh, Lord. What's what we listed out before.
Okay, hang on. Here, yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
Okay.
Vehicle
Yeah, I
wraps.
just arrived. So vehicle wraps, truck wraps, boat wraps, trailer wraps, commercial wraps, interior wraps, exterior wraps, building wraps, signs, exterior signs, interior signs, lighted signs, architectural signs,
Oop, hang on.
monument signs.
Architectural signs.
Yeah, monument signs. What else?
Okay, hang on. I gotta put commas in here. So what time we got? Oop, we got 4 minutes. Okay. Boat wraps, trailer wraps, commercial wraps, interior. And I know you're there, babe. So I'll take over from here. Exterior wraps.
Okay.
Wraps. Exterior wraps. Signs. Exterior signs, interior signs. Lighted signs. I'm just putting commas in here so that it knows. And you may not even have to. It may not need that. Okay, there we go. Any factors that set the company apart? We have been in business for 5 years, locally in Pensacola. We provide fast installation. And this is because I've actually watched Joey. He is a really quick installer, so he does not mess around. He goes in there and takes care of business. Okay, small local, small local business. Everybody doing okay out there in the audience? How's everyone doing in the audience? If you want to drop a 1 in the chat. Location, Pensacola, Florida. How cute. Did somebody really drop a 1? Did somebody, oh my God, somebody dropped a 1. Someone dropped a 1.
I muted it because I didn't, when you were doing the voice thing, I didn't want it to pick up anything I said.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. What key problems does the company solve? Paul, Donna. I love it. Thank you. Accolade. All right, everyone's on. Good job. We're number 1. Okay. What key problems does the company solve? Let's see. This allows businesses to get noticed in a big way. All right, tone. Let's do friendly. Let's do professional. Joey usually picks professional. Sign up now, schedule a consultation, contact us. Let's do contact us. Competitor inspirational website. We're not going to put anything. Generate results. Okay. So this is going to give you kind of a mock of the verbiage that you want to use on a homepage. And so you can manipulate this any way you want. This just gives you a start. Or you can take it exactly how it is. And what it has done is actually put in keywords in here. So for example, here's big time core keywords right here. Vehicle wraps, commercial wraps, signs. It puts it in there. This is going to have part of your services, like why should you choose them? Have questions about our services? Let's get your business noticed. This is another key phrase. And let's see, AEO strategy. It's going to actually tell you why it did this. So this is an explanation of why it picked this word, these words, these phrases, and the keywords that it was trying to use over and over again as the page is crawled and scanned and searched. So welcome to Customology Wraps and Signs. So I'm literally going to take this and I'm going to go put it right here. Now, ideally, and all I'm doing is copy and pasting right now. I misspelled that, so it's going to have to take that. Okay. Ideally, I always put a video right here. And I think that video needs to be you as a human. You can put as many videos as you want. That's great. If you want 2 videos, and this is what I do 2 videos. One is me at the top because they need to see the human element first. They need to see you because they're buying from you. And this is a way to build trust right off the bat. because they're probably not going to read all your stuff, guys, but they will listen to you for a second. And then here's where all your services are. Down at the bottom, I would put, like, probably even right here, I would put an AI video. And this is a video that you make in your system, in your software. And it's super easy. You go in there, you let it make it. You can tweak it however you want. We can do a whole video on that because I think there's a really good way to do this one also. But this is where I would put your AI video so they can see, oh, this person's like, you know, pretty techie and knows what they're doing. And you can make just a really good looking video that way too. But I would always put yourself first. And before I move on from that topic, and I see we're at 9:30, so I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to say one more thing. When you make this video of yourself, there's nothing wrong with having it split with an AI video in there. As a matter of fact, one of my videos, I say, hey, you know, I'm Suzanne. I'm the co-founder of Alchemy Workshop AI. I want to tell you about AEO, but you know what? I think my platform would, or, you know, I think my AI would do a lot better job of explaining it. And then I splice in the AI video, and then I come back in. And so you can do that too. I just think it's really important for the first video that they see it to be you as the human so that they have a lot of trust built. So like I said, I'm going to save this one more time. And we can come back to this because, you know, you want to AEO this whole page out. So if we may continue this tonight and on our training call, and that's where I might show like how to do the alt text for your videos and your images. That's actually a pretty good way to have your page AEO'd out, SEO'd out, all of that. So, okay, we're at 9:30. Does anybody have any thoughts? I know I kind of just started blowing through that.
I do.
Yes,
I do.
sir.
First of all, one of the things that you mentioned was AI video. Put that as a topic in the future, so you'll know to revisit that. I think that would be a great thing for us to do on another tech call in the future.
Okay.
And this is something as I go through, as I see you going through this.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that keeps coming in the back of my head is how do we save all of that stuff we're inputting? Because I think it could be reused. It could be used in multiple ways that you don't have to continue to input or answer questions. Can you, is there some way that you can create almost like a database?
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay, so I'm actually in share screen. I know we're over if somebody has to go, but that's a great point, Sully. Okay, so what I think you're talking about is these inputs right here, right?
Yes, yes.
Like why, how to, okay. So I may have messed up. No, he doesn't have it down here. Okay, so sometimes these apps are chained together and you can send them to another app and it'll automatically auto-populate that and then that takes care of it. That's ideally what you would like. When it doesn't do that, for right now, you can just save it in your notes as a recommendation or in a Google Doc, but that is an excellent point that you make, Sully, so that you don't have to take the time to keep doing this. That's a really good point.
I know with me, sometimes that creative energy actually pulls away from what I'm trying to do. So if I can go back and say, okay, I've started this, I'm going to continue to build on it. Mm-hmm. So each time I do it, it's going to be better.
Right.
And more concise and more specific. And I think I'm trying to figure out a way to capture it. I'm trying to do that with my prompts. I'm trying to do that. And I know there's a way. I just don't know the best, or I don't know an efficient way yet, but I'm actively searching that.
So that is great. I can show you real quick. I've been having a similar problem. And so what I do is right now, I just dump it all in my Google Docs and it's just, it's just all.
Well, that's kind of what I was doing, is dropping it into Word. So same concept.
Yeah. And it can kind of be a little bit of an overload, but it's also easy to go find it and you can just copy and paste.
Right.
So, yeah, that's good.
I mean, I think there might be some way of an app being able to search your Google Docs or your Word documents so that you play with that app.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea for an app too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Good stuff, y'all. I'm going to stop the recording here. Thanks for